Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Thursday the 23rd of April. So looking at euro dollar first, and well, yeah, the euro dollar is certainly taking us a downward trajectory here at the moment. It's just running through the time frame here. Yesterday really sort of did this for me. It did break the previous day. In fact, it was an engulfing bar there. It broken the prior high, broken the low there, and it was a bearish. In that sense, it looks quite bearish in terms of what we're seeing here. Now we do have news out this morning. Whether this will do a lot to the euro, we'll see, because we're looking at the flash services and manufacturing data for Europe. We're looking at the French, German, and then the European figure at 9 o'clock. So it's 8:15, 8:30, 9 o'clock. And then at 9:30 we've got the UK flash manufacturing services data. And then later on we got it's 2:45 p.m. We've got flash manufacturing PMI from the US. So all reporting today, looking at those flash figures there. So we'll see how they come out, but realistically, it's expected that this data will be quite poor. The figures expectation there is low. It's all in contraction mode, so the figures are already expected, and that would be priced into the market pretty much. It's whether they're significantly lower than expected or better than expected that may create some volatility. So a downward drift here. Looking at where we are on this hourly, a chimney or whatever you like to tram lines or whatever that's sitting on those two bars, straight up, straight down the next bar. It's not the best of looking pictures. Untouched daily pivot still above us, which has a reasonable probability. Whether or not we see a break of this trend line across the lows there, you can see just the rising lows there. If that breaks earlier this morning, maybe we'll be pushing down to that whole number of 108. But does look soft at this stage. Okay, that's the euro dollar, the pound. So the pound yesterday, it's done a little bullish harami there, sitting in there yesterday on this daily basis. Very unconvincing at times. It did get a reasonable retracement, running into its 4-hourly 21 there at midday there, that's sold off. But it's overall sitting there, bit of flag territory, really still sitting across these lows in terms of the price action. It's had another tap into that 4-hourly 21. At one stage it looked a lot stronger, but it's just broken through. As I say, I've drawn the trend line here. A break of this trend line may see it just continue to roll. Now we have got the downward facing 50 there. It's all looking a bit mucky at the moment. It's looking like it's it's only the first part of this new alley bar there, but if this was to close any lower than where it is now, it'd put a bearish pivot swing in, and as I said, it does look like that would, if that rolls, we could see further downside there. Okay, dollar yen. Now on those two markets, can't see a lot of positiveness at the moment, and there's the dollar yen all week has been in you see the last four days there. It's been Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, even 3 days. Been quite rangy. There is some intraday movement, but it's such a difficult one to read here. Yesterday eventually pushing back into its 4-hour 21 there, but again consolidation. At some point I'm sure this is going to get a significant move, but at the moment it's still winding itself up. A break above the highs there, maybe we'll push back towards that daily daily R1 even, or just maybe short of that into those previous highs there. The horizontal resistance sitting across that 107.94. it's been a difficult one. Each of those highs has been met with selling, pressure coming through into it. Dollar sold off at that point, but well, it's been each time it's sold off, it's also find support, more solid support at the lows there. So as I say, very tight pattern, a decent wedge sort of forming there. Unclear in terms of its direction. It looked at one stage, well, may have pushed up further, but with this wedge, the way it's forming here, it's struggling either way. Okay, Aussie dollar. So the Aussie dollar, it's holding reasonably well where it is. It's a bit not too dissimilar to the pound in a lot of this price action that we're seeing. Today it's already this morning is pushed on bullish pivot swing there, but to me that just looks like something that's going to maybe see consolidation following it. I was looking to see if there's any obvious data around that. There's no data that's sort of driven this at the moment, but this could just drop back into its range there, maybe back towards the 21s, but certainly doesn't look overly positive from where it's sitting at the moment. Okay, that's the Aussie dollar. Canadian dollar for the swing traders, he says, because you shouldn't be day trading this. I wouldn't recommend you day trade this. Generally, well, it's still got that sort of upper drift towards the upside, softening back again now on the dailies there, and sort of a bull flaggy sort of pattern. Maybe if it breaks the trend there, it's continuing. If you're swinging and looking for the retracement where it's just come back to that 34 for the first time, maybe we'll see further upside coming off of that, and it's lining in with the higher low, higher highs coming through here. It's quite aligned with that, so maybe that will push up further there. Right, okay, of course we can't go without discussing oil. Somewhat of a recovery, having blips again. The previous on Tuesday blipped back down there again. The new contract sold off. It's holding rather than recovering, I would say, but well, marginal recovery. If you look here, the optimists would say with the higher lows are coming through there, but that 1552 area seems to have it at the moment. I have been looking for re-entering and position alongside. I've not done it so far. I just don't think there's enough there to give me a reason to do so. It may be too late to take an entry once some agreements have been made, but we seem far from agreements from what I can see. But I'll be pleasantly surprised if something can be done. But also, of course, if the measures change and the lockdown starts unraveling a little bit quicker or in time, will maybe give us a better chance to get back into this. Okay, so that's oil, as I say, just marginally holding back there. S&Ps, for those that are also wanting me to cover this each day, you can see there, yesterday it finally made a bit of a recovery. It didn't at one stage, it just looked like it was going to sell off again there, but did make or continue making the recovery, I should say. There we go. There's a trend line up there. It started pitching down there at about 1 o'clock-ish time, but turned round and then, just as I say, continued in that recovery mode for now at least. I've still got that of don't trust this market so much. There are reasons why it will be bought, but there may become reasons why it will eventually get sold again. But at this stage, it's pushing up. It's near double tops here in the near term. It's got an untouched daily pivot below. It's got an untouched R1 above, so it's between a rock and a hard place. The best probability sits for the daily pivot, but as it still sits in its trend, I'd be waiting for any clear signal of a reversal. Right, that's pretty much it. As I said, we got the services and manufacturing data PMI coming out this morning right the way across. So that's for Europe, UK, US. So it'll be important to see what happens there. Oh, by the way, at 10:30 we've got an MPC meter, a speaker, so just be wary on the pound there. Then The Monetary Policy Committee member is due to speak at 10:30. Okay, so just looking here, events added to calendars. Okay, so it's only just been decided this morning that this speaker is going to speak. So there we go, due to monetary policy and the Bank of England's balance sheet. So it's a important chat there. So just watch out for your pound trades around 10:30. That's it for me. Have a great day. Bye for now.